Hello. Hello. So while editing my video, while waiting for it to finish rendering, I started playing Lotus Reverie again to try and find out ways to get through the level. And finally, I actually went through the level. So I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna continue playing. Alright. Alright, so now we're at this level. So the first thing we want to do is chase after the thing. Don't let them do anything. Just start attacking. Go, 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 go! And here we lost a lot of life. So what we want to do is not lose any more life. So I'm gonna use shock. Stop boosting. And just attack from there. Just melee attack until you're down. Like this is really the boring part. I really thought I tried this before, but apparently not. Apparently not, you know. And we also have to watch our bar right here just to make sure it doesn't go too low. But I'll just keep on continuing doing this until we're done, because I don't want to lose any more life than I should. Okay, maybe this next turn we will not use shock, we'll just use scalpel. And let's go. See how much life that takes out of us. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna use shock again. It was that simple. It was that simple and I just didn't. It was this simple. Why didn't I think of it? I'm just so dumb. I'm just so bad at games that I just couldn't think of it. Oh my gosh. Punished. But we're done. I was stuck on there for so long. It was excruciating. But finally we're through. And we also got the we also got the achievement of surviving the memories. Win the battle of the prologue scene. The prologue scene. I couldn't do the prologue scene. I'm so bad at games. Alright. I need to check if okay, it's picking up my voice. So, she lazily lifts her katana, her movements smooth but lethargic. The moment she cannot raise her weapon any higher, she just lets it fall. You can't see the shockwave, but you can feel the slash run across the hallway, followed by the deafening explosion of a sonic boom. Hey, that's her signature move. Hey. Despite the distance between you, her simple gesture is able to slice the very wind, scattering the chairs throughout the corridor. Oops, sorry. Luckily, you had taken cover behind a wall as soon as the headache started. But considering the length of the hallway and the limits of your own weapon, a fair confrontation seems impossible. After the incident, there are two opponents in every battle, two who share the same life. If one is too strong for you, find the weaker link. A long hallway, all doors closed, all windows sealed. It seems there is only one path, both for you and your enemies. Behind the woman in white, there must be someone else, someone who she must protect. That is the weak link. You emerge from your hiding place and break into a run, sprinting directly towards this being of your nightmares. The first wave, the wind slash misses by less than a meter. Second wave, the shockwave whips past you, only centimeters away. The sheer pressure knocks you off your feet, but you manage to recover your footing and continue running. Third wave, you duck just in time to save your life by a mere millimeters. At this distance, there won't be any more miracles. But you don't need them. Ooh, cool. Your clash blades with the... My goodness, I can't read. You clash blades with the woman in white. However, given the discrepancy between your weapons, it doesn't take long for her to gain grounds. She knocks the scalpel out of your hands, sending it skidding across the smooth floor. Skidding. Face to face, it's just a matter of time before annihilation. Above all, always remember, there is someone fighting by your side. In every battle, you will also be too. Protect them, but also trust them, because if there is something we have in common right now, it's that these girls are more important than our own lives. These girls? Girls? What are these girls? Your companion takes advantage of you opening to punch the man on the other side, the weak link. The woman in white suddenly stops. You counterattack with a kick that disarms her of the katana and slams her against the wall. In the distance, you hear the echo of an agitated and trembling voice, the voice of an old man. My duty, that's an old woman. My duty, that's all I've ever done. Look at her, she's the proof of my loyalty. But you, to whom you have sold yourself to whom have you sold yourself this time? All those fancy empty words about pride. Ha! All you ever wanted was nothing but a whip. Before he can even finish his words, his head hits the floor with a loud bang. Oof. Your companion grips the old man's head, smashing it into the ground, into the cold tiles over and over and over again. His disfigured face is unable to make a single noise. The only sounds in the hallway are the splashes of his head falling into a puddle of his own blood, painting the walls and floor crimson. And following his destiny, the woman in white collapses wordlessly. The entire hall falls silent once more, bringing the battle to an end. So descriptive, I like this. You can imagine everything. Ooh, who's this young lady? You are lying on a park bench. A girl you've never seen before is kneeling on top of you. She's cute. You can't move. Her hands wrap around your neck, preventing you from resisting. She's choking me. Ah. Okay, what voice should I give her? Good morning, or night. Considering the time, how did it feel to sleep on the pavement? Oh my. The street didn't seem very comfortable, so he brought you to the park. She caresses your neck with her slender fingers, adjusting her grip until she finds the perfect place to squeeze. She is choking me. Why? Wah! There is a certain finesse to her gestures, like a cat playing with its prey. You were having a long and peaceful nap while I was... Do you know what I was thinking? The pressure applied by her hand slowly increases, maintaining her sweet tone. She leans closer. How would we have turned out if things had been different? The once considerate caress is now a murderous stranglehold. You can't breathe. I tried. Trust me, I tried. After discovering what you did, that the very sight of that face of yours utterly disgusts me. But that wasn't enough for you. Now you're here too. For that reason, and for everything you've thoughtlessly taken away from me without even realizing. I hate you. She squeezes mercilessly with an inhumane strength that could easily snap your neck. Filthy, murderous rat! You dare show your face before me now? In this manner? We were supposed to never meet again. We were done. Damn blood. I'm the only one who must win. The one who will remain. I don't deserve this. I cannot wait any longer. I'll take what belongs to me and I'll show this goddamn world it cannot keep stepping on me any longer. But until then, you better survive. Keep yourself alive, because I'll be back to finish what we started and fulfill the plan once and for all. Don't you forget it. You owe me. Oh my. And in exchange, I won't forget. After exiting the hospital, your companion suddenly stops in place. In front of him is an unbelievable sight, an enormous black monolith stretching endlessly towards the sky. Indescribable feelings bubble up from the rolling depths of your soul, leaving you hypnotized and in awe, until the figure before you finally speaks. What? This is not what I was expecting, but for the plan remains unchanged. From now on, don't be reckless. This world is real. We're trapped here. The extraordinary capital of this kingdom, Maya. The very end of the world, and where dreams come true. The light goes out as you lose consciousness. All that remains is the memory of long blonde hair. Oh my gosh, it broke them. Under the silver blanket of a beautiful bejeweled sky. Woo! We're past the prologue! I think. Are we past the prologue? Yes! Oh. Good morning, may I? You're startled by a knock and the voice of a boy. You've been awake since dawn, absent-mindedly sitting in your bed in a daze. You take a while to compose yourself, reorienting yourself to your surroundings. Before doing anything else, you pick up the black robe hanging on the nearby chair you put it on. Once you feel ready, you open the door and peek into the hall to see a young man standing before your door. His gaze wanders, apparently unsure where he should look. Am I gonna stop? Good morning. Did you sleep well? Sink. I hope I said that right. Sink. Like SYNK. It's SYNC. SYNC. I can spell because I am a native English speaker. Sink. Yes, sink. My bad. The boy looks to his side, suspiciously glancing at the room next door. He then redirects his gaze towards you, a big smile appearing on his face. Did you sleep well, Sink? Yeah, I guess. The room was so fancy. It had everything. The only thing I'm missing is a mirror in the bathroom. Oh yeah, that. We'll get you one later on. You tilt your head, trying to get a better look at the nervous boy's face, but you are interrupted by a voice approaching from down the hall. What are you doing here so soon, Helio? You're supposed to wait for me. Violet, good morning. I didn't want to bother you and I had nothing better to do, so... Did you get any sleep? Helio, my goodness, my boy. Look at you, what a fine man. I slept like a baby despite the clamor last night. You know me. Really? I know yesterday was kind of chaotic, so it's okay if you want to lie down a little more. I appreciate it, honey, but that wouldn't be right of me. Unless you were actually looking to spend time alone with Sync. No, it's not like that. I mean, it's not like I wouldn't want... No, like, I wouldn't mind. Nervous boy. Violet laughs graciously and inches towards you, a secretive smile appearing on her face. The kid is just compensating for last night. We hope you don't mind. Oh wait, that's not a voice. Oh my goodness. The kid is just compensating for last night. We hope we don't mind. We had quite the scare when he found you. He has good intentions though. We both sided with you the moment you arrived, and we voted for you too, so there's no need to worry. Violet sneakily winks at you, even though you nod back. You're visibly confused and keep some distance from her. What? What do you tell her? That you look lovely when you blush, my dear. Ah. Oh my, don't look at me like that. Let's go, we don't have all day. Goodness gracious, as if I could simply go back into sleep and leave you two by yourselves. The pair leads you through several long halls. At last, the three of you arrive at a large lobby, which seems to be the main hub of the castle. Or we're in the castle. Interesting. High ceilings, exquisite lush decorations, but what catches your eye the most are the numerous security cameras posted throughout the entire building. Oh wow, that is a lot of security cameras. Is there a need for that many? Like, geez. No blind spots, I guess. Distracted from looking up at the cameras, you're startled when you look back down to see... Is he surprised or is he... I don't know what that would be. The completely blank expression. Yep, it's a blank one. The man covered in blood approaches you and asks in the most neutral of tones. Who is this person accompanying you? And why is she screaming? What do you mean, why am I screaming? This is Sync, the girl from yesterday. Oh, that, The man sighs, not even bothering to hide his annoyance and disappointment. Please forgive him, Sync. Ru. Ru can sometimes be too honest. Am I the only one who finds this weird? Not at all. A hooded figure discovered in the middle of the night during a power outage. I don't know why they let you stay. Ru, honey, can we leave that for the meeting? She was just talking about something else. About what exactly? Violet points at the crimson stains all over Ru's body. Oh, this is nothing. I was just making breakfast. Such a messy man. Tomato sauce? It's blood. Were you preparing meat then? Milk and cereal. Whose blood is that? I don't even know where to begin with that. I hope you're a little bit more careful with the fire this time, Rue. Don't sweat it. There's only been 3 fires, and 2 of them are under control. What about the third one? I'm a bit more worried about the fact that he said under control instead of extinguished. Rue shrugs nonchalantly. Nobody seems to care despite the self-evident gravity of the situation. In fact, Violet seems to find it amusing. She grabs Rue's sleeves with 2 fingers, trying to avoid the red stains, and pulls him towards the kitchen. I guess I'll have to go to take care of this myself, as usual. Oh, Rue, what would you ever do without me? Ah. You want us to come with you, Violet? I can help you if you need it. Violet shoos him away with her free hand, not even bothering to turn her head back. You two are taking good care of Sink. It wouldn't be very polite of us to just leave her alone. That's true. Us too? You and Helio exchange confused look. Both of you gulped simultaneously and then slowly turned around. Oh, she's a pretty one. I love crazies. I love crazies so much. She looks crazy. Is she gonna be crazy? I love crazy. She. Hi. Is this your usual way of greeting people? How long have you been standing there, Columbine? The mysterious girl brushes her hair aside, exposing her surprised face. She then points to a blessed very blessed day. Finger at herself. You're asking me? Who else? I've been here since the beginning. You're the ones making a racket. Between the mad cook and the castle's ghost, I think I have enough reasons to yell. I was beginning to think your screaming was some kind of weird foreign greeting or something. Pretty sure no one would ever greet someone like that. Columbine brings her face closer to yours with an unsettling sluggishness, her eyes slowly focusing on yours. Oh, true. You had amnesia or something. The girl keeps getting closer until their faces are almost touching. In any case, you're now part of this castle. I did actually vote in your favor, so let's get along, right? A heavy silence falls upon the room, and Helios tries to look for the right moment to interject. His efforts are unnecessary, however. Columbine jumps behind you and uses you as a shield with surprising swiftness when a new person enters the scene. Don't you hide from me, Columbine! Evidently in high spirits, this new girl so many voices. This new girl circles around you, a cat-like whimsical expression on her face as she attempts to capture Columbine. Can I borrow her for a second? Yes, please. Columbine looks at you with sad puppy dog eyes and then darts away so quickly that you wonder if she really was a ghost. Bummer, she ran away again. Did you collectively decide to make the worst possible first impression or what? Whatever, Sink, this is Rosemary. Miss Rosemary was my grandmother's name, so let's avoid that. Just call me Rose, without the Mary, please. It's a pleasure to meet... You inspect the girl from head to toe. She smiles proudly, giving off an intelligent and elegant vibe, but she can't hide the dark bags under her eyes. You are slightly afraid to ask about the eye bags, but she notices your gaze and answers nonchalantly. This? All in a day's work. I had to stay awake all night trying to fix the power outage. Thank you again, Rose. We're lucky to have you. Ah, don't mind it. I decided to stay here, so it's my job. I'll send you another invoice. I'll send you the invoice another day. Oh yes, Sink. You may not know this, but Rose is actually quite famous. Does her name ring any bells? Putting aside her behavior just now, she's a genius recognized around the world, one of the most brilliant minds of the century. And I'm also the great beauty, as well as an incredibly humble. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. Oh. Rose's words are followed by a cute twirl to show off her figure. You don't know how to react, which only makes her smile wider. Then what was the issue with the powder outage? Was there an accident? No, I would say it was deliberate. The power going off is one thing, but having an emergency generators fail too? Too much of a coincidence. Isn't there a chance the system was in bad shape, lacking maintenance, or... Trying to stand up for the new girl, huh? Helios falls quiet, but he glances in their direction. After an awkward moment of silence, Rose tries to correct herself. It's not like I'm blaming you. From what I could determine, the emergency generators must have been tampered with from the inside. That's why I refrained from voting last night. I don't mind. I had the entire night to calm down and think it over. I understand that you guys don't have it easy either. You were saved by just one vote, which was quite the miracle of all things considered. Even though it wasn't her intention, Rose's answers enable you to change the subject. How many people are in this castle? Helio hesitates briefly before answering. Including you, there are currently 7 of us. Why do you ask? Nothing. I was just thinking about the voting patterns. The one person I haven't seen yet must have voted against me. Her expression mischievous, Rose taps her finger on her lips. Helio sighs, realizing he said too much. Whoops, too much info? There goes the whole vote to remain secret thing, though I doubt the boss won't mind. The boss? He doesn't trust me? He may have voted against you, but it's nothing serious. He might be our leader, but any important issues are discussed among all of us. He looks like the main character type. Helio. Is it Helio or Helios? Let's call him Helios. With an S. That's what we say, but we always end up leaving the final say to him. We refer to him as our boss because he's a good person, so you don't have to worry. I hope you're right. No need to wait any longer. Here he is. A tall, middle-aged man with a serious expression on his face strides down the wide stairs. His voice intimidatingly deep as he addressed those present. Oh, he should have gotten the deeper voice. the quote-unquote deeper voice. I have no deep voice. My voice is too high-pitched. It's too high-pitched. So, should I give him a high-pitched voice? Yeah. But I don't want to break the immersion. Heliotrope. Is that some kind of new bacteria? Heliotrope. Good morning. He's serious. Oh, he's called heliotrope. Chemotrophs. I thought it was like chemotrophs or autotrophs, you know, those kind of things. But instead, it was his name. I'm sorry, Helio. His serious, unruffled eyes switched to the girl next to you. Rosemary. At your service, boss. I hope you slept well. The man nods. He turns away, about to leave the room, when he realizes he skipped over you. And he doubles back to looks you in the eye. And you are... He takes a long look at you before asserting it with a confident smile. Thing. What? Living being? Well, you aren't mistaken, but human being maybe? I'm not sure who you're trying to convince, but I suppose you're getting closer. Woman. Seriously? Sink. Her name is Sink. Don't you remember that hooded enemy from last night, boss? Oh yeah, that. What a night. Then forgive me, John. I just told you I just told you her name is Sink. Hey, I'm just kidding. What better way to start the day? The man's voice radiates warmth, a stark contrast to his previous intimidating tone. He casually leans over you, his fingertips grasping at the tip of her hood. Welcome, Sink. You can call me Thistle. Boss is too impersonal, and I honestly don't enjoy it much either. Surprised, you're not. He smiles back. But then, he yanks the tip of the hood over your face, leaving you in the dark. He chuckles at you vexedly and readjusts your hood. But once you see the three of them laughing, you decide to let it go. Those weren't the most normal introductions, but maybe it's the quirks themselves that managed to calm you down. You let out a breath of relief as you weren't even aware you had been holding. Now that you've gotten to know everyone, you can't help but wonder why such a small group lives in such a huge castle. You have many doubts about the entire situation, but it's difficult for you to open up to new people so quickly. They all seem to follow a routine that takes them from one place to another, apparently preparing for the meeting Violet had previously mentioned. The group members take their seats around the large dining table. Some spots are left unoccupied, but everyone seems to know their place. You hesitate for a moment. At last you pick a random empty chair and sit down. Ooh. We like the shy boy. Do we like Helios or do we like Rue? I think we like Helios. Helios is the cute boy. But we also like Columbine. Columbine. Ghosty good. Columbine is so cute. If she's crazy, it's a plus. It's a plus. What's the current status? Ready to roll. I checked the cameras and the security systems are up and running, so we can finally relax after last night's disaster. Breakfast is ready. Feel free to grab a bite anytime. What happened with the fire? That's not its voice. What happened to the fire? All under control. You keep avoiding the word extinguished. In any case, I would like to summary of everything that happened so we can all be on the same page. I think I can handle that, boss. Rose raises her hand as if in class at school. She clears her throat while the rest of the group will all listen intently. The power outage from last night has been temporarily fixed, so the electricity should be working like normal. We are currently using the emergency generators until we can find out what went wrong with the main system. The failure was indeed suspicious, but we cannot know for sure it was a mechanical failure or the result of someone's sabotage. Even if it was the latter, we have no video evidence, so anybody could have done it. Rose opens her mouth to continue speaking, but Thistle interrupts her. I imagine the blind spot in the surveillance no longer exists. Indeed, I took care of it personally. In fact, I honestly don't know how it happened in the first place. That mistake is gonna make it extra difficult to create a list of suspects. It's not like the list is too long right now. Columbine... Oh wait. That was Columbine, wasn't it? It's not like the list was too long right now. Columbine sneakily glances your direction. Although her voice was just a whisper, she managed to direct the whole room's attention onto you. Wait a second. There's another possibility, right? There could be another person hiding somewhere. Sync is proof of that. A mix of murmurs and grumbles filled the hall, all sharing the same lack of conviction. We've already discussed that matter of times, dear. Do you not? Do you know that this? You know there's nobody else alive on this side of the river besides us. Even if there was, we controlled all the food and water. That's even without mentioning all the security systems. But it happened. Don't we have living proof of that? Sink said that she remembers something like a hospital, and none of us have visited that area. We all know who was in charge of scouting that zone. That's the only reason we are giving this girl the benefit of the doubt. One could be a miracle, two would be impossible. The traitor. You can feel the group spirits plummet at the mention of the word traitor. Even Helio assumes a defensive stance with his arms crossed and avoids the subject. This is such a good picture. Look at this. Even if the risk is even if the risk is small, it's never a waste of time to take precautionary measures while we keep our main focus on restoring power. The emergency system won't stay up forever, so that should be our main priority right now. So, Rosemary, what do we need to repair it? The girl takes a second to think it over before answering. We could always take a trip out to the electric substation to see what went wrong. You're going to hate me for this, but could you go there immediately? I know we haven't slept much, but the longer it takes, the more likely we have to lose any possible evidence. Sleep? Who needs that? But if that's the case, in exchange, I want to select who comes with me. I see no problem with that. Then, Rose leans back on her chair with a smirk. Everyone else carefully follows the direction of her finger is pointing. You, Sink, I want you to come with me. What? At this proposition, everyone's face is uniformly surprised. Some stand up and others burst out laughing. Thistle is forced to quickly take action to control the chaos. That's quite hasty, but sure, you can go with Sink if you wish. You're going to let her go that easily, huh? As long as we respect the regulations, there shouldn't be any issues. At this moment, not only must we gain Sink's trust, but Sink must also earn ours as well. Thistle smiles as he addresses you. Helio stands up, slamming his hands onto the table. I will accompany them as the third person. Sorry, Helio. I had someone else in mind. Someone else? Someone else? It shouldn't matter as long as there are three, right? I'm afraid we'll have to make an exception this time. I want Rue to be the third. What? Why me? Because you have extensive experience in this field. Isn't that right, detective? Bah, why in the world did I let everyone know? It's a drag, but I guess there's nobody better than me to keep an eye on the totally not suspicious individual here. Rue points at you brazenly. The case. I would rather you to focus on the case. Aren't they the one and the same? All the talk about trust seems to have fallen apart before it even had a chance to take off the ground. After some more give and take, everyone eventually calms down, except for you. That is all. If no one has anything else to add, this all calls a conclusion to the meeting. Meanwhile, you are utterly overwhelmed. You look around helplessly at the others' faces while trying to figure out what to say. Great, then we can formally declare this meeting. Wait a moment! The group is already starting to stand up from their seats when your trembling voices escape your lips. They immediately turn their gazes towards you. What about me? Numerous questions circle through your head, making it impossible for you to find the words you need. My memories. I can't remember anything. I don't know what's going on. Where are all these people? The hall is still. Nobody dares to answer. Your voice quivers as you continue. I don't even know what all these regulations you keep talking about are. I just don't know what's happening. I don't understand. Why are you taking it so lightly? As if this is all. Nobody told you, right? You shake your head. Thistle lets out a sigh before answering. Ideally, we should have started from there. The problem is, we don't have much time for that now. The electric substation is the number one priority. Look, both Rue and Rosemary can take care of some of your questions on the way there. Then once you come back, I promise I will answer any other questions. The drawer reaffirms Thistle's promise. Resigned and exhausted from all from that outburst, you reluctantly accept the proposal. There's just one thing you need to know. There's just one thing you need to know before anything else. The regulations we follow in the castle. You'll naturally learn them as you live here, but there are two basic ones you need to know. The first one you might have already guessed. We can only leave the castle in groups of 3. No more, no less. Meanwhile, all the other members must remain inside. Everyone seems convinced by Thistle's words, but none of them makes much sense to you. And now, the second and most important regulation. Thistle puts his hand on his hips, confidently puffing out his chest. As long as we remain within this castle walls, we must collaborate to stay alive. And that includes you now. Simple, right? You don't answer. They're finishing up the meeting anyway, so it doesn't seem to matter. I won't forget. Everyone, I won't forget. With that unusual farewell, the group dissolves. Deep in thought, you find yourself unable to get up from your seat, still silently trying to assimilate everything you just went through. Especially the second regulation. As long as you remain within these castle walls, why so specific? I never did anything to deserve her. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here. Thank you for watching and bearing with me and my bad acting skills and my bad voice acting skills. And I'm just gonna ask you to write in the comments what you think about this video and give it a like if you like the video. Give it a dislike if you don't like it. I don't care. I mean, I do care, but you should do what you feel like doing. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you and have a good day.